amazing. For you guys that are just joining for the first time, welcome. I have to kind of just, where do I have to kind of, this is better. What is going on? Thank you guys for joining. Before we get into our live today and some information that I want to talk to you guys about curly hair, make sure you guys press that like button. It will definitely help us, and of course, definitely subscribe to our channel. So today we're going to talk about hair growth, and it is something that a lot of people are dealing with, and there's a lot of conversation about hair growth, right? And I think that there's a huge amount of, how can I say this? There's so much, like, I don't know if you noticed, but I noticed this. There's a lot of people talking about hair growth oils and hair growth oils and hair growth oils. And I was like, okay, we have to understand that hair growth oil does help with the process of, growth. But we have to understand also that you have to do other things around that to be able to see results with your hair growth. Like, you can't just buy a hair growth oil, apply it for 2-3 weeks and expect your hair to grow. It just doesn't work that way, okay? So we just want to really be very realistic about the hair growth oil. It is a part, it's something that you can put in place to definitely help your hair growth process, right? But one of the things that I always tell the curly crew is, you guys have to hydrate, and you guys need to incorporate a cleaner diet into your body, right? You need to, what are you eating? Like, you can't just go to the store, buy hair growth oil, put the hair growth oil, and then go and eat junk food. Like, it just does not work like that, right? So you have to hydrate, eat healthier, incorporate more greens, more vegetables into your diet. I remember when I dealt with some hair loss in my journey, and one of the things that I really completely stopped was, the fried food. I had to stop that. I had to stop drinking soda and like sugary drinks. I had to really incorporate more water into my diet, more teas, more herbal teas, more fruits, more vegetables. That was like the first thing, right? Like, you can't just buy products and pretend that the products are going to be everything that you do to make your hair grow, right? So the first thing that you guys need to understand is that we need to literally, like, auto-analyze ourselves and be like, what are we putting into our body that is going to help not only with our hair, but our skin and our energy levels, right? The second thing is, are we using the right hair care for our hair? That's one of the second things that I always like. The second point that I always talk about the curly crew is, like, I always recommend plant-based products because they promote hair growth and scalp health. Plant-based products free of harsh chemicals, right? Very, very important. That's kind of like the second part of the whole hair growth process. Then comes like the oils and the things you can do for your scalp, right? Like, a hair growth oil specifically, like, I really love rosemary oil, because rosemary oil, it's one of the few oils that have, there's been some studies made that does help with hair growth. It does help with hair growth, but you have to stay consistent with it. And I think that the study took place it was 6 weeks. Not 6 weeks, I'm lying, scratch that, guys. It was like a period of 6 months. Like, there was a group of people that were trying this shampoo for hair growth, like with chemicals. It's one of those shampoos that has chemicals to help with hair growth, and it did work. And then the second group was applying, hair growth oils that incorporated rosemary oil, and the rosemary oil did help. It was on the same vibe as the shampoo, but they were consistent with it for 6 months, right? So you can't just use rosemary oil for like a month and then expect your hair to grow. Like, you need to use it for a long period of time, especially because it's a natural product, right? That's why it is important. Another thing that might be another thing that a lot of people do not do, and this is conversations that I have with people about hair care and about hair, is the fact that we do not detoxify our scalp and remove product buildup. We're constantly applying product after product after product, and we have that buildup. And yes, our shampoo does cleanse your hair, cleans your hair from impurities, but that's why it's important to incorporate, a scalp scrub, for example, something that is a little more in depth that goes into your scalp scrub. There's so many different scalp scrubs out there made of sea salt, sugar scalp scrubs. Of course, if you have sensitive scalp, make sure that you don't use your nails to like apply the product. Use your fingertips, and make sure that you get a scalp scrub that the grains are more mild. If you have sensitive scalp, it's just better for your scalp. I have sensitive scalp, so that's why I'm telling you guys. But it is important to understand that hair growth is a process. It's also stress, guys. Stress, like you can't, that's why it's important to meditate. It's important to, really have that time for yourself, right? To really just sit in silence or read a book, or just kind of find ways to really release some stress, whether that's dancing, whether that is, reading a book, whatever you decide to do. Everyone's different. It is important to like release some stress, because stress it doesn't help with hair growth. Let's just say it doesn't help with hair growth. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. Again, let's just rephrase. Make sure you guys make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate it. Again, number one, make sure that you're eating healthier, right? And it's a process, guys. You can't go from eating 100 things one day to eating and letting everything go. Is in moderation. Do things in moderation. It's going to help you incorporate more water into your diet, more green juices, more fruits and vegetables. Hair growth, it's things that you do within yourself and outside of yourself, and it's a combination of those two things that does help your hair growth and maintain your hair looking very healthy. Definitely incorporate plant-based products free of harsh chemicals. You guys know, plant-based products free of harsh chemicals. You guys are more than welcome to check out my brands at curldaddy.com if you guys want to check it out. All plant-based, free of harsh chemicals. And of course, make sure that you guys are incorporating a scalp scrub to detoxify your scalp and remove product buildup, but also a hair growth oil, primarily with rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is the oil that definitely works. There's a lot of oils out there. All of them have different functions and benefits, but rosemary oil is the one that I read the most, that has there's been more studies made connected to hair growth. All right, so I appreciate you guys for joining today. I hope you guys have an amazing Saturday, and remember, guys, to love your hair, but most importantly, love yourself, as 60% of what you apply to yourself goes into your system. It goes into your body. So it's important to love your hair, but most importantly, love yourself. All right, take care, be safe, and enjoy the rest of your day.